Good morning, Parkview, and thanks for tuning into our show. I'm Brianna Gunther.
And I'm John Van Doren. In this episode, we look into the lives of our students as well as the Springfield community.
We have these stories and more. Vike Vision starts right now. Everyone has their own story. Sydney Clayton and James Byers have more on this senior's journey.
Senior Jade Club is involved in National Honor Society, choir, Mu Alpha Theta, the Leadership School, and volleyball, all while maintaining an A average. While some students might find that overwhelming, she lets it motivate her.
It really motivated me to be better every day. A lot of people come to school and they're like, I don't want to be here, but playing a sport, it motivated me to come to school and work hard and make sure my grades were up.
The senior has formed many strong bonds over her past 4 years at Parkview, but she found her forever friend last year.
Juliana Short, she's my best friend. She's the person I tell everything to, and we're both goofy, so it's just perfect.
She's crazy, but she has such a big heart, and she cares about everyone and everything.
There is one person that she is closer to than anyone else in her life.
My dad, he's my best friend, everything. I tell him everything. He's my gossip buddy. We go on dates all the time, daddy-daughter dates, and he's my inspiration, my role model. He's just my everything, honestly.
Things started to change for Club when she had to say goodbye to someone she loved too soon in her life.
Probably losing my mom. It was really hard, grieving over her and being my dad, a single parent, and having to go through that whole experience definitely has made me stronger in who I am. Since my mom died, I've been like a mom to my brother, and he's always come to me for girl situations and stuff like that he would typically go to my mom to. With my dad, it definitely makes me scared to leave for college or anything like that, because I'm scared I could possibly lose him and get that phone call again. So I treasure every moment that I spend with him.
Juliana Short noticed that Club took this as a lesson and has watched her grow as a person.
I think it's taught her to treat bad things as it could change you instead of ruining your day, and it's just made her stronger.
Jade has one piece of advice to share with her classmates.
Something I live by is live every day to the fullest, because you don't know when it's going to be your last.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it 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 here comes the,
GSA is a small club here at Parkview that provides a spot for teens that are a part of the LGBTQ+ community. Ms. Hester is the sponsor and is proud to provide that for these students.
The Gay Straight Alliance, it is just a safe place for gay kids to hang out and for straight kids to say, hey, there's nothing wrong with you.
Freshman Ever Cole thinks GSA is crucial to have to help everyone feel welcomed.
It's a place where I can go feel accepted. Also, I can support other people if they don't feel accepted at the time.
GSA put on a no-name calling week to remind everyone to be kind to one another.
Bring awareness to bullying that members of the LGBTQ+ community go through, but also just teenagers in school in general. It can be a war zone.
Parkview Cabinet member Jared Leach created 4 Spirit Days to go with No Name Calling Week.
I found I Am Limited Edition, I Am a Character, I Am a Hero Day. Friday is I Am Parkview, so you're going to show off all your Parkview stuff.
These Spirit Days give members of the club a chance to express themselves.
I'm saying that it's not my Spirit Week, I'm calling it their Spirit Week. I'm making sure that they have full control, so I'm hoping that they actually feel like there's at least one person in the school that actually cares about them.
Miss Hester has one message she'd like to give to our student body.
That it's not just for gay kids. It's for everyone. And if anybody is not comfortable with it, we challenge you to come and hang out with us. It's for everyone.
Whether you are a part of the LGBTQ+ community or not, just know GSA is a club for everyone. For Vike Vision, I'm Brianna Gunther.
The Springfield skate park neighboring Parkview is a thrilling place to spend time with friends and meet new people. Here's Renee Sanchez, James Robertson, and Ashlyn Farmer with more on the story.
For 17 years, the Springfield skate park stores have been open for the public to enjoy. People of all ages are welcome to come try out the ramps.
We've got, regulars like ages 30 to 45, and then, 12 to 15.
Yeah, it's just full of little kids, and then like a mix of some people who know what they're doing.
The park staff are also well experienced and more than happy to help you with anything you need.
I've been skating for 10 years now. I started really getting into it when I came up here, and then I just started learning new tricks and making new friends and stuff.
I skated a lot when I was in high school, not so much now. I've got kids, so I don't bounce back as easily.
With such a busy environment, safety is a main priority for everyone.
When I first started, there was a pretty bad head concussion injury. So if you want to ride here, you do have to wear a helmet. We also require release waivers.
I've broken a rib or two, but it was fun.
To the skate park, having a strong community bond is key to their success.
But we want to make it more of a family-friendly environment, kind of get the stereotype away of the skater being kind of a punk.
If you're wanting to get into skating or just need some extra practice, the skate park is just one phone call away.
Come try our skate camps. We'll have about 3 or 4 this year. They're ages between 7 and 12. Any older ones, we do private lessons.
Whether you're riding a skateboard, a bike, or even a scooter, the skate park and its lively community will welcome you with open arms. From Vike Vision, we're Ashlyn Farmer and Renee Sanchez.
Whether it's sports, music, or any kind of art, a passion can be found anywhere and during any time of your life. James Robertson found his early on, and right in the comfort of his own bedroom.
Smash has influenced me in life. I think when I really started with competitive plays, whenever I wanted to beat my brother because we had picked up the game again, and then I saw these videos of tournaments, I learned it myself, and then I eventually found my local community here in Springfield.
That's right, we're talking about video games, more specifically Super Smash Bros., a game series beginning in 1999, originally supposed to be a fun party game, but with the unique game mechanics, it quickly turned into one of the most competitive games around.
It's not like your normal fighting game like Street Fighter where you hit people and they have a life bar. A good way of putting it is like sumo wrestling. The more you hit people, the more the percent goes up, and the higher the percent is, the farther they'll get knocked back.
Seems confusing, but not to these gamers. For some it takes years of practice, and others can master the game within weeks. It just takes understanding the moves and technicalities of the game. After that it becomes pure mind games with you and your opponent.
My favorite part about Smash tournaments, I like playing a lot of different people. We have weekly tournaments, metagames on Mondays, and there's always tournaments going on, and if you're looking for something to play, I would say Smash Bros.
I love competition. I also like meeting new people, traveling.
It's not like a hobby, it's literally a lifestyle for me. It's changed my life so much. I've met so many people. I've gone to Memphis, Dallas. The atmosphere of the game and what it brings is truly exciting.
Right now is a good time to get into it because there are a lot of tools to get good really quickly.
It's a good way to, spread your horizons a little bit.
It sounds like a little cliche, but it's more than a game to me. It really is.
This game has changed the lives of several people, and it shows that you can succeed at anything you really set your mind to, even if it's video games.
Parkview Theater has recently had the opportunity to perform in St. Louis at the ITS conference. Here's Elvis Fritz, Josh McCann, and myself with more.
Parkview Theater has been known around the city for their outstanding shows and inspire more and more students to join their department every year. This year, they were offered to perform their show Pippin at the International Thespian Society Conference in St. Louis on the 11th.
Right before the first show, I was actually extremely nervous. They enjoyed Pippin so much. They would like sing along with the songs. They'd cheer at just about every scene. They would always bust out laughing any joke, even if it wasn't that funny. It gave me a completely whole new outlook of theater, and I have a whole new appreciation for it.
The students have had a lot to say about their time, all having gone through very amazing experiences throughout their trip.
It was pretty awesome to be able to go there and perform our show Pippin because it was my first time ever going to a conference. I got to meet a lot of cool individuals and I got to have fun with everyone I knew in theater.
It was difficult because there's a lot of adjustments you have to make and you have to adjust like to the space and how it sounds and feels.
I was really counting on going to state because it was something everybody in the cast wanted. There was a lot of people and it was a different crowd from the people here, so they interacted with us a lot differently. My favorite part of the trip was probably, honestly, like hanging out in the hotel room with all my friends and, you know, getting back after a long day of the conference. The audience was like laughing, having a good time, and in the end they were like, oh snap, like this is what this is all about. Actually, I wasn't nervous. I think it was just like the anticipation of it all. We were like setting up all day and then it was kind of just like time to go.
I didn't go to conference last year, so this was a new experience for me, and I was really excited that for my first time I would get to not only see other shows but be a part of a show performing. They had a lot of really new things, like they had all kinds of different like classes done dancing and things, and that was so neat. I thought that was a really cool thing to try out. It kept the audience involved. Like we went and we got out in the audience. We even started in the audience, which I thought was such a cool idea.
All of the students felt very strongly that they had portrayed a very distinct vision that got the story across to all of the audiences that night. Most people don't realize what all it takes in order to take a show to state. There was a lot of hard work as well as not a lot of time to get this show set up.
I feel the show is presented in an eye-opener on what teenagers and society is kind of like today. But I think they took a very deep message home with them and that they really learned something that could help them out in the future maybe.
They still got the job done, resulting in a very successful trip that will be marked in the history of Parkview Theater and that will be remembered in the hearts of all of our thespians forever.
Rock climbing is a rare sport, and for the people who enjoy it, the Zenith Rock Climbing Center is the place. Michael Porterfield and Ashlyn Mooney have more on the story.
Zenith Rock Climbing Center is the only rock climbing gym in Springfield.
So I think the best part about this is the people here are very conscientious with their setting. I've climbed at a lot of gyms over a lot of years, and sometimes setters get lazy. They just try to put up enough climb so that there's something there. Whereas here I feel like the setters really concentrate on the movement and they think about the experience of the climber more than just, oh, is this a certain difficulty or easier? So when you're climbing here, I think you have a better opportunity to really engage your climbing techniques and get stronger than in a lot of other gyms where I've climbed.
People who work at Zenith have a love for climbing.
Well, I've been climbing for like 6 years now, and it's just been a passion of mine to teach others about climbing and just share it with everybody.
Well, I'm a setter, so I'm one of the ones that puts all the holds on the walls and stuff, so I get to be creative, and so that's really fun for me.
Rock climbing can be more for improving yourself than having fun.
Climbing a rock is something that you're not doing to get somewhere. It's an experience you're doing for the experience, one of those journeys to destination things. So it's probably people that are a little bit more open-minded, a little bit more open to new experiences. So I tend to view everybody here, whether I've met them or not, as a friend. Like we've already got something in common.
The Zenith Rock Climbing Center is a great place to be active. This is Michael Porterfield and Ashlyn Mooney reporting.
What was previously called The Club at Classic Rock Coffee has been remodeled and renamed The Riff. Josh McCann, Elvis Fritz, and John Van Doren have more.
Classic Rock Coffee has had one of the best live music venues in Springfield for years. But it is now being taken a huge step forward with its newest remodel into what is now called the Riff.
The challenge was that the room was so small that we couldn't get the larger bands in. Most of the bands that we had were only drawing 30, 50 people. So we just decided to go big. Our hope is to become the live music venue in Southwest Missouri, become the place that everybody wants to play because the bands have a great experience. The fans love the bands that we're able to get because of our new size. We want to be a place that holds a standard as far as the cleanness of the room, the quality of the food and drinks, and bring some great shows to Springfield.
After being hard at work for over the last year, the team was able to transform their stage room into one twice as big that will have twice the sound.
The remodel has been a freaking process. You know, you got a vision that you're shooting for, doing all you can to make it happen and stay in budget, and then the venue turned out just about as good as we could have imagined. So I'm really, really happy with it. And we're, you know, even now we're running at like really 70% of what we're gonna be running at with all the bells and whistles eventually.
Once a new venue opens up and the word is spread, the Riff will be the place to play for several large bands touring to the area, as well as the popular local performers in town.
Everybody that comes for a show just loves it. I mean, literally, you can't walk through the room without people stopping and saying, man, this place is amazing. You did such a great job. We hear people, bands talk about other places they play where there's always some hurdle they have to get over to put on a great show. And we want to take those hurdles out of the way and make sure that every band can have a great show with as little effort as possible.
With a change this big, the new place is definitely something to check out. So come and see shows in a whole new way, right by the coolest coffee shop in town.
Thank you for watching this month's Vike Vision.
Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Vike Vision.
Be sure to catch our next episode at the end of next month. And from all of us here at Vike Vision,
have a lovely February.